We ready.
We ready.
And guess what? If you don't know the channel by now, you should. Elvis fans always know this channel. Welcome to Elvis Fans Matter. And here we go.
All right. See, today we're doing more of your questions. If you have questions that you'd like to submit for the videos, you can email them. You can comment here on the YouTube channel or send us a message on Facebook. All right. Another question that we have that came in says, did any of the Memphis Mafia guys approach fans and ask if they wanted to meet Elvis and then take them inside hotels to meet him when you were traveling?
I ain't answering that.
That's
some of them did, yeah. And let me put it this way.
Elvis wasn't in there. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Was
Elvis
it a trick?
No. Nice guys.
All right.
Mostly.
Mostly, yeah. What about Joe? Is it true that you had to look at women's feet and
I mean, in general, or just
for Elvis?
For Elvis. Well, a lot of times Elvis was real ticky about the way somebody's toenails and fingernails and cleanliness, and sometimes I would, if somebody came up or something, he'd ask me to check them out and see what I thought, and be sure to look if they had on sandals or something. Be sure and check out their toenails. That's so crazy.
So they weren't grungy.
Yeah, grungy. Yeah.
You want to make sure they didn't have giggers.
Yeah, no giggers and no fungus. No, that's true. Not every time, not all the time. That wasn't my job. Not my job, man.
Do y'all think that touring exhibitions, like there's a big one in London, is a good thing? Like where they have big exhibits about Graceland and big exhibits about Elvis. Do you think that those are good to have, like the museums that are overseas and exhibitions and stuff?
I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. If they're truthful, and
see, that's all of that is what keeps
mm-hmm.
the Elvis world going.
And there are people that may never get to come here,
right.
See, so that gives them a look. He has a lot of fans and all over the world that probably never would get to come to Memphis, and that gives them a little glimpse of what his life was like, or his show business life, and I think it's a good thing. Like Billy, I think it's good.
Yep.
All right. Did Elvis like to eat sweets, and what were his favorites?
Banana popsicles.
He loved, yeah.
And donut. He loved, was it Krispy Kreme?
Oh, yeah.
Krispy
Donut.
Kreme hot, fresh donuts.
And, some chocolates. I mean, just
average.
like everybody
else. Like everybody else.
All right. If Elvis was at home on January the 8th, how did he celebrate his birthday? And did anybody ever try to throw him a surprise birthday party?
Well, he always had like he didn't throw it for himself, but they would have, everybody would come up for his birthday. The guys and all, not everybody. The guys, their wives, family.
And a lot of times
His
they would
daddy.
have a cake,
Yeah.
for him, but
Give him presents.
Do they give him 50-cent McDonald's coupons?
No, but we gave him a plastic ant ring. One time it had an ant embedded in it.
Yeah.
Wasn't for his birthday, though. We had just got him because we had been seen this movie or some kind of crazy Monty Python movie. Was it Adam Ant? Something about Adam Ant. And we found these rings. Billy and I had gone to a flea market, and we found these red plastic rings, and they had a ant enclosed in it, and we wore them up to his house, and he had to have it. He loved it. He wore that thing till it broke.
Let's see. Did Elvis like 70s music? Did he ever make any mention of like Leonard Skinner, Van Morrison, the Eagles?
No, he listened to a lot of it, on radio and stuff, but
he didn't like screamers, and he didn't like hard rock, and he liked where you could understand the words and what they were saying. Now he liked, like Billy said, he liked a lot of the 50s and 60s music,
Right.
and 70s too, I guess.
Oh, he liked the 70s music. I mean, it shows he recorded some of the songs that come out in the 60s and the 70s,
Right.
I mean, he listened to, a lot
All
of
kinds
different
of music.
Maybe one group he might like one or two of the songs and not like the rest of them,
Right.
but, that's just, I guess, the way we all are in a way.
Did Elvis have a favorite guitar that, a favorite guitar, and if so, what kind was it? Or which one would be his favorite?
Well, he mostly played the Gibson guitar, the blonde guitar, the Gibson guitar. He liked the Martin, Fender. There was a lot of instruments he liked, may not be one particular brand, but
Right. Just different ones at different times.
Yeah.
Right. Someone asked, was the huge figure of Elvis that was outside the International in Vegas? They said there was a huge figure of Elvis, and they were wondering if that was an idea of Colonel's in order to promote, or do you know who came up with having that out there?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
No.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I wasn't with him during that time.
Okay.
I wasn't working for him, so I can't answer that.
Alright. Let's see.
All right,
That
come
is
on,
on.
spit it
I'm
out.
looking at the one I was looking at. That was on a recent video that we still need to watch. Someone says, "Do you all know anybody named Bobby Gentry?"
Bobby Gentry?
Bobby Gentry, the singer.
Sure. Yeah, gosh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. She knew Elvis. And,
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah, and I guess that was the question: was did y'all know Bobby Gentry, and was she ever around Elvis or know Elvis?
Yeah, she was around him and knew him. I never met her. I never
Okay.
got a chance to meet her, but she,
Okay.
she was around.
All right. Let's see. Says, did Elvis know Buford Pusser? What?
They got in a fight once.
No, they did not.
I don't know for sure. I don't think he ever met him, but he knew of him.
Yeah, he did know of him.
But you don't know that they actually
No.
met.
No.
I never heard anything said about it, if he did. Did you talk about him meeting?
No, not that much.
Okay. Were y'all with Elvis during the filming of Elvis on Tour?
No,
No.
no. That's another time I wasn't working for him at the time.
Okay. Do you think that Elvis was envious of Billy having such a great relationship with Joe?
Yeah, oh hell yeah. Yeah.
I don't
How
think.
could he not?
I don't think Elvis was envious, really, of.
I think what Elvis was looking for is to maybe have a relationship with someone like me and Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
But he wasn't jealous.
Right.
Or envious.
But do you think he wanted that?
He looked and thought,
yeah,
I
without
can't,
being married.
yeah, I can't I can't believe, they lasted that long, and still,
Yeah.
care about each other and, won't part
Yeah.
as for anything that come between them and all that. That's what he would have wanted,
Right.
but he wasn't ready
No.
to make a lot of those sacrifices that you would have to make.
Have to make.
And so yeah,
How old were Billy and Joe when they got married?
I was 92, just a little older than dirt.
I was 15. Billy was 18.
Gotcha. Do you think that Priscilla's movie will affect Elvis's legacy? At the time of the filming of this video, maybe not when this video airs, because it'll be on into December. But at the time of filming this video,
We haven't.
we
seen,
have not seen the movie yet.
No, but I've heard a few things about
But based on
it.
what you've heard and seeing the trailer to it.
Yeah, and trailers and all. And
Depends on who you want to believe.
I heard she bashed him a lot, in the movie,
That's what I've
and
heard.
I would say this: she has no right to bash Elvis at all.
No.
I mean, her little gainy way of saying I'm Miss Perfect Little Priscilla is a bunch of horse shit. A bunch of crap, and so I haven't seen it. If I do see it, then I'll give everybody more of my
More
opinion
detailed
of it.
opinion.
But right now, she shouldn't be bashing him
No.
at all.
Even though we
'cause I
haven't
tell you,
seen it, I still don't think that it can affect his legacy and his fans.
He could
I
have.
don't look. His fans love him, and I think most of them
Accept him.
are extremely intelligent, and they knew he wasn't perfect. I mean, they know that. That they looked to the side of Elvis that was good, entertaining. I mean, they knew he cussed, stuff like that. Which gets me into another thing. It just really makes me mad.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, and that is, talking about the young girls in his life. Oh, he was seeing young girls underage. He was a pedophile and all that kind. Well, he was not.
No.
Let me tell you something. When I moved to Graceland with Elvis, you know who mostly hung out at the gate?
Young girls.
Young girls. From about 13, I'd say even 13, 14 to about 18. And that was his draw,
Right.
is the younger fans.
The younger fan.
And he was not trying to date them. He was trying to, make them feel, like he cared about them.
And did he kiss them?
Sure.
Oh, sure.
Hell.
Sure.
But,
And even a lot of times he would have a little party, a pajama party. That never happened.
No.
That's a bunch of crap too.
And I'll tell you something else too. Some of these girls now that Elvis has died, and a lot of and Anita's gone, and all the guys except Billy and maybe one or two more, they all of a sudden, and I knew some of these. I saw a video on the one you were telling me about of some of these girls, and I recognized some of their names. They hung out at the gate. They weren't the love of his life. If they were, and I can see why on some of them. I mean, Haint, one of them, I mean, my God.
Haint's anonymous.
Haint's anonymous. But, I mean, poor thing, she can't help it. But, I mean, that's in her dreams. You know, Elvis was just probably trying to be nice to her. But I saw some of them on there, and I can tell you, I never heard of some of them.
We would have parties. I say we. Elvis would let a lot of them come up. He
It's
had
a,
a big
it's a
patio
nice
at the
gesture,
time.
though.
I knew. But he would let a lot of them up, and he had a big patio where the trophy room used to be. It was the slot car room and trophy room and all that, but that was all a big patio with lounge chairs and all that. And he had a jukebox, and a lot of times, you know, we'd all hang out there and music and dance and all, you know, all kind of stuff like that. And inside the house, mostly was downstairs. He had the pool table, the TVs, and he had several games. Like, what do they call those things where you slide this thing over and it, anyway, games like it to play.
Shuffleboard?
Pinball machine.
Okay.
And we'd do that, sit around, talk, and nothing out of the ordinary, and wasn't no damn orgies or nothing like it. I mean, you know, Elvis was a pretty, you know, pretty evened out person. He, you know, he knew younger fans, you know, liked him and came to see him, and
Right.
that boosted his ego. I mean, you know, he's 22 now, 21, 22,
Right.
and yet there's these younger followers, and you know, I mean that, but. And like I say, a lot of them were very attractive, you know, young ladies, and Kiss maybe, and I don't know whether rubbing up against any of them or not. Hell, it may have, but that was far as it was going to go.
Right.
I mean, you know, he just was not like that.
So,
And now I'm just really...
So, your Aunt Gladys never invited any of them to come and live
Hell
with them?
no. That's another thing. No.
And raise them as their own?
She was a pretty good Christian woman. She wouldn't have tolerated that crap for one split second.
No, or offer
She
to raise
didn't
somebody's
groom-
daughter to be there.
She didn't groom nobody for Elvis.
Right.
She wanted Elvis to marry, you know, a girl that wasn't in the business.
Right.
Like actresses and all, and music and all that. She would have accepted it, but she'd rather he find you know, just a I want to say a down home girl, but
A commoner,
yeah. And
Okay.
you know, that's all that woman, you know, she cared about was just, you know, if he was happy.
Right.
And you know, she met some of the actresses and stuff, and she liked them, you know, and Elvis liked them, and yeah, that's what mattered to her, if he was happy.
Right. All right. Did Elvis suffer from seasonal allergies like hay fever in the springtime?
sneeze constantly.
Being down here down south?
No, I don't think so. I don't know of any that he had that I can think of. But maybe he did. I don't know. But he did. He made sure he had something to take for it. To keep it lowered.
All right. One follower says, I have heard that Vernon had discussed opening Graceland to the public before he passed away, and then Priscilla took off with his idea and ran with it. What's the truth on that?
Well, originally the colonel wanted to do it. See, Colonel flew in after Elvis died. He flew in, for the funeral and all that, and just not long after everything settled down, which, let me guess, I'm not sure, but about a month later, he flew back in, and that was to sign a contract with Vernon.
Okay.
And as you know, is to keep business going between him and Elvis. That would be now between Vernon and Colonel. And he had talked about it, that we could, do these things and all. And at the time, Uncle Vernon was, he wasn't in best health and family living there too. Grandma ain't Delta, so he said, I don't think this would be the appropriate time, and I'd rather just keep it pretty much like it is. But I think that idea, I kind of think Priscilla basically got that idea maybe from Uncle Vernon or Colonel. I don't know that. I'm just saying I think. That's my opinion. I think really that the group that Priscilla got in with Jack Soden and all them, I don't know that really that one referred to her. And, they went from there.
Gotcha. Thank you for joining us today. You've just watched part 1 of a 2-part video. Stay tuned next Sunday at 9 a.m. for the rest of the questions on this video. Our family wishes yours a very Merry Christmas and a very happy 2024. See you next time.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.